Well, good morning, my fat boy neighbors. It's Saturday, the weekend before Thanksgiving. So I decided I'd treat myself to I'm gonna cook myself a ribeye steak. I love a good ribeye, one of the best steaks you can buy. Reason I don't buy them very often because they're $24.99 a pound. This one cost me $20, but it's gonna be worth it. And I'm gonna marinate my ribeye steak, which a lot of people don't. A lot of people just want to throw some salt and pepper on it, put it in the skillet or put it on the grill and eat it. And trust me, that's a good cut of meat. It's got some flavor to it and it tastes great. But I guarantee you, if you'll use this marinade on a ribeye steak, you'll be glad you did, because it sure does add some flavor to it. I'm gonna take some zesty Italian dressing and put it in there, and you know, the reason I do that is because of the oil that's in it, and as well as some of the other seasonings. But that oil helps get a good sear on that steak when you cook it. And I'm gonna cook this one in an iron skillet because I live in an apartment, don't have a grill. I wish I did, but it's gonna be good either way. Then I'm gonna put a little bit of hickory liquid smoke in it. That way I'll get some of that smoky flavor. I'm gonna put some steak sauce in it. Well, I should have bought another bottle of that. And then I'm gonna put some, you know, this is what my brother calls it. I can't pronounce it, and so I figured I'd just keep calling it the same thing. I'm gonna put some wash your sister sauce in it. That's easy for me to say, so that's what I call it. Some Leah Perrins wash your sister sauce. And I'm gonna season the steak after I take it out here, just before I cook it. But as you can see, I still have my jammies on. It's early Saturday morning. I want to get this in the refrigerator. I want to let it set for a few hours. I've got a little bit of laundry to do and some cleaning to do. But we're going to cook this later this evening. We're not just going to cook the steak. We're going to cook some roasted potatoes and some steamed vegetables. And then once we get through cooking this in that iron skillet, I'm going to make some red wine sauce to go with it, to pour over it when I eat it. You guys stay tuned. We'll be back in a little while. It's a wonderful day in the neighborhood, a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Would you be? Could you be my neighbor? Not really. Hey, I got some laundry done, cleaned some house. I just took the steak out of the refrigerator. I'm gonna take the top off of it. And I'm gonna set this out here for about 30, 40, 45 minutes, something like that. But I've got some potatoes. I'm gonna take these potatoes and I'm gonna put some oregano in them. A little bit of Italian dressing. Some parsley. And then I got me some extra virgin olive oil. I'm gonna put a little bit in there on them potatoes. Just enough to mix them up and coat them. And then I'm gonna put them over here in this pan. And kind of spread them out even. This is my Thanksgiving dinner before Thanksgiving. Been a long time since I've had a good steak. This is the weekend before Thanksgiving, so I'm gonna eat good tonight. Cause I'm thinking I might be fishing Thanksgiving, Thanksgiving Day. I don't know. We'll play it by ear. I got these potatoes in this pan, and I got my iron skillet out. We're going to do an iron skillet ribeye steak. And this skillet I've had for, I don't know, probably about 7 years. And there is 7 years worth of flavor in this skillet. That's why it's a good idea to cook a ribeye steak in an iron skillet, because it's just full of season. So what I'm gonna do is I got these potatoes done, and I'm gonna turn the oven on about 350. I'm gonna put this iron skillet back in the oven. I'm gonna let it get hot while I'm cooking those potatoes. And at the same time, I've got some vegetables here. I'm gonna got some squash, zucchini, cauliflower, broccoli, bell peppers. I'm gonna sprinkle it with some of this extra virgin olive oil too. Now, there's a little more than a sprinkle, but that's olive oil's good. I'm gonna put some salt and pepper in these. And I'm going to roast these vegetables. I want roasted potatoes and roasted vegetables. Put a little bit of garlic powder in them. Mixed up and get that olive oil all over them. All over it. Then I'm gonna dump that in this pan. Had a runaway there. I'm gonna dump that in this pan. Just rake all in that oil down there on top of it. Look at that. I will say it is colorful. Just all the different colors of the vegetables in it. Just make me just go get a spoon and just dig in, start eating. But what we're gonna do is I got the oven going, getting it heated up. I'm gonna let that steak sit out for probably, I don't know, probably around 35 minutes while the potatoes and the vegetables cook. Then I got my iron skillet in there. I'm gonna heat it up just while it's cooking these vegetables, because I want it to be about 350, 400 degrees when I put it on the stove. And you put that steak in it, you can hear it sizzle. But you're gonna like this. You gotta just hang on, and we'll get these in the oven, get them started cooking, and we'll be back about the time that they're ready to come out. All right. I think these vegetables and taters are done. They sure do look good. That is colorful. That's going to be really good. And taters, I might need to let them cook a little bit longer. They're good too. All right. Now we're gonna get this iron skillet out of here. Put it on the burner. Turn that burner on high. Might have to open some windows, turn on the fan, because I'm gonna let that pan get so hot it gets just kind of smoky. Because I want to sear the snot out of that steak. And I'm gonna get me a pair of tongs. I don't want to stick a hole in it. Flipping it over or whatever. I'm gonna take some of this olive oil and I'm gonna put it in that skillet. Difference between olive oil and regular oil, this will take some heat. You can get it really hot and it won't catch on fire. Trust me. I almost burned down one of my apartments putting some oil in a iron skillet. Took off, went to the gas station to get me a 12-pack of beer. When I came back, my apartment was on fire. That is one way you can ruin an iron skillet. And it's starting to get hot. You can see it smoking just a little bit. So I'm gonna take this steak. And that steak is right at an inch thick, so you need to cook it 4 minutes on each side for each. Yeah. Boy, that makes you want to go get naked. That sounds good. Of course, it's splattering everywhere. It'll take me 2 days to clean up the grease, but it'll be worth it. We're gonna let that cook for just a minute on that side. For just a minute. I like my steak to be between rare and medium rare. I don't want it medium rare. I want it to be a little bit bloody. I'm gonna turn it over. Cook it on that side. Take a look at that. That's tasty right there. Turn the heat down on it just a little bit. Man, I wish you guys could smell it. And I can tell by touching it with my tongs that it's still kind of mushy, a little more rare than I would like for it to be. But what I'm fixing to do is once I get a good sear on it, on both sides of it, I'm gonna put it on the pan, I'm gonna put it back in the oven, and I'm gonna bake it for just a minute. To make sure it's a little more done in the middle. I don't want it completely rare. But if I cook it in that skillet until it's where I want it to be, it'll burn the snot out of it. me get a pan out here. I'm gonna take my steak out of that skillet. And then move that pan off the burner. Still got the oven going at 350. I'm gonna go over here and get me some butter. And I'm gonna cut a couple of pieces of butter and put it on top of that steak before I put it in the oven. And there you go. That's a perfectly seared ribeye. I'm gonna put it in the oven and I'm gonna let it cook for, I don't know, maybe 10, 15 minutes. I don't want it to be, you know, any more than medium rare. I don't like a well-cooked steak. Well, any kind of well-cooked steak. I want it to be bloody. Let's take a look at that steak. Put it in the oven. Oh, look at the splatter all over my stove. Take me a week to clean all that up. But look. Take a look at that steak. I'm gonna get over here where you can see it. That's pretty. Got the right char on. Hang on a minute, let me take a picture of it for social media. All right, we got it cooked. We're gonna let it sit right there in its juices for probably about, I don't know, 10 or 15 minutes, because if I cut into it right now, it's going to lose all of the flavor that's cooked in the inside of it. Then we're going to get our plate set up. I'm not going to make the red wine sauce. I don't want to go to trouble. I'm hungry. I'm ready to eat. But we're going to get our veggies and our potatoes on the plate. And we're going to finish watching the Razorback game. I miss watching the Hogs and the Horns play. Suey pig. I don't know what's going to happen, but I hope it does. You guys, we'll be right back. All right. We've been letting that steak sit for 10 or 15 minutes. Long enough to watch the Razorbacks start getting their butt kicked. So before we come here and cut it up. And get me a fork, steak knife. Because I don't want to watch that. I'm going to take that steak and turn it over, dip it in that butter sauce that's in there. And I'm going to put it on that cutting board. I'm going to put that over there by the light. And I'm going to take the camera and I'm going to zoom it in there on that steak, because that butter that melted on top of it, just, yeah, it's a little bit crusty around the edges. That's what makes good ribeye. That butter on that crust is hard to beat. Let me slice it and I'll show you what it looks inside. Like I said, I like mine a little bit rare. Take some of that steak and lay it here on the plate. Look at that fat. That's the steak itself right there. Don't forget, I got these veggies in the oven. Heat them back up. Get me a spatula. Put them potatoes right there. Get me some of these vegetables. Put them on the plate. I want a few more. I like my vegetables. Put that broccoli over there. Well, all right. Arkansas is losing the football game, or they've already lost it. You know, the whole time, take a look at it. It looks pretty good, but the whole time I've been cooking this, I've been thinking about the fact that this is the week before Thanksgiving, and you know, it's the holiday season. There's going to be a whole lot of people that, not only in this country, but all over the world, don't have the opportunity to sit down and even eat a cracker. And you got to sit down and eat through this holiday season. Just remember that there are children starving to death. There are grown-ups. There's so much poverty in this world that can be taken care of if we just choose to do it. You guys, listen. Thank God for everything that He has given you, because I thank Him for everything that He's given me. And listen, you know what? I've been getting a lot more views on my videos, and if you would, and if you don't mind, just take a minute while you're watching and hit that subscribe button, because I'd like to have a lot more followers and a lot more subscribers. I love you guys. God bless, and be safe through this holiday season. I love you.